ghosts and ghouls, succubi and pegasi, hot dogs and old style. Welcome to the Chicago Table.
His Majesty was in command.
To the west of Grackelstoch lie countless miles of tunnels and passages, sculpted by the ever-present wind propelled by the magical phenomenon known as Evisceration. These caves produce some of the strangest occurrences in all of the Underdark. Not far into these tunnels, the party found themselves amidst a parade of dancing myconids who were oddly helpful, though seemingly entranced by a demonic force. One myconid, who was not so keen on dancing, was instantly recognized by the party's current mushroom companion, Stool. The disenfranchised fungus, known as Rumpadump, then decided to join the party as they promised to take him back to Neverlight Grove. Losing the trail of Droki, Dro's pride got the best of him as he led the party to a peculiar pond. The water quickly formed itself into a living torrent and attacked the party, knocking out Jin in the process and dragging her into the deep reservoir below. The Minotaur Rastos cut through the creature as Jin fell. Inside the twisting, turning tunnels of her mind, the multiple personas of Jin were able to bring her back to consciousness, just as Nico dove into the depths to pull their dear friend out. Hot on the trail of nothing, the party stumbled upon yet another alcove, whereupon various Derro were conducting foul experiments upon helpless cave bears. Whilst the rest of the party thoughtfully laid out plans and discussed the best course of action, the Minotaur became tired of contemplating what to do. Thus, the restless Rastos roared and rushed the wrongful ruffians.
Last time, you all were in the Whirlstone tunnels and you began observing the parade of myconids who helped Rastos be able to talk once again, although Rastos was given a vision of a certain face. I'm not sure if you remember that, Rastos. Nope, not at all. Okay, it was a face of made of fungal sort of shapes and different sort of like, I almost said limbs, but I guess like vestiges of fungi that created a face and then opened its eyes, and it didn't necessarily feel good. But you were able to talk again. You all did not partake in the lady's gift. Rastos only had a small taste of it. They went along, although you were joined then by Rumpadump, one of Stool's good friends. So now you have two humanoid-esque fungal creatures in your group now. So if you didn't like Stool, then bummers for you. Now you got Rumpadump. Beyond that, you all traveled further in to the Whirlstone tunnels. There was a lot of kind of just like deciding which path to go on, and I think Dro had he had a bead on Droki, who you all are still kind of following because you know that he's at the center of a lot of shit. And you lost track of him and pretended you were still knowing where you're going.
Yeah, lost the
Jerk move.
Yeah.
Lots of Dro.
And Rastos insisted that you go left because the wise man once told him always go left. We got a nice little story about him going to the Colosseum and you just go left, and so he thinks that now you just always go left if that's where you're trying to go. Going through the tunnel, eventually Jin, you went forward and tried to explore another tunnel, but you heard some chittering and stuff and got spooked and ran away.
Snapping.
Nothing wrong with that. It's always okay to retreat. There's no shame in that. And going further in, you found a pool of water, and very quickly, I think a water weird and several Exozachotel. I think that's what they're called.
Did you want the Matt Mercer pronunciation? I forget that.
Why would you bring up that name at this table? Boo.
Come on.
And so,
It's gotta be natural.
And so you did fight the water weird, came out victorious, but there was a moment where Jin, it looked bleak for you for a moment, but luckily your, let's say your, you were aided by your neurodivergency rather than, harmed by it, as your fellow sort of identities kind of came to your aid and woke you up, and you were saved also by Nico, who jumped into the pool bravely to save you. You all traveled further down into the tunnels and eventually came into what you saw as like a group of Derro doing something to some cave bears, some giant gray bears that were kept in cages. And while this was being discussed, Rostos decided that you all had discussed long enough, and he did the classic barbarian rush in, got lit up by a lightning bolt, but withstood it, and now Rostos stands in the room facing the Derro that seems to be sort of the head of that. I forgot to mention this. Maybe I did mention it. You can recognize this as one of the Derro from the Council of Savants. Did I say that last time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you could recognize it's one of them. It's not the main one who was talking, but it is one of them who shocked you pretty hard. And I think that's about it, right? We're gonna start off with Rostos. You have been electrocuted pretty ferociously, so as you stand there, you withstood it very well, but it was a hell of a blast, let's put it that way. So there's some smoke coming off your little bovine hairs, but you look pretty good right now. Are you raging?
Yes.
Which means that your eyes are red, right? Yes, your eyes are red. Steam coming from your nose, classic Looney Tunes pissed off bull, except a little bit more anthropomorphic. And you stand in front of Derro Savant, who just shocked you. Again, you're kind of surrounded by different Derro, some cave bears, and one Derro Savant. You are right up on his ass. We're gonna give Rostos a quick surprise round, sort of, since he rushed up there, and then we're gonna go into the battle, which is already predetermined. The initiative, that is.
So I don't even acknowledge the other ones in the room. My eyes were on the guy that just lit me up with that lightning bolt, and I look at him with my axe, bonus action, turn that thing on. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And then
By turn that thing on means he lights it on fire, as it is a Flammenzunge, is basically flame tongue, except an axe.
And then I just go, my turn.
Go for it.
Crit miss.
Oh, yeah!
For the first attack.
First roll of the night.
Baby.
Not good.
Crit miss right there. What happens? I'm gonna say just like I think the lightning still kind of jolts you a little bit on the side as you're swinging. Your swing was true, but there was just a little bit of a last minute sort of lightning going through you, and you kind of like push over to the side, and he just jumps back right in time, seeing that you sort of kind of hesitated there a little bit. All right,
I have a second attack too.
Oh, well, fucking go again, baby.
15.
That will definitely hit.
That's 14 plus 5, 19 damage, 21 damage.
21 damage. All right, you miss on the first one. He jumps back, and he thinks that's about it. Did you roll the d6 for the flame, Zunga, also? Okay, cool. And then you come back the other direction. You get him right in sort of like the hip, and it gets him pretty good in the hip. It's pretty low, but he kind of stops a little bit, but you get him real fucking good right there, man. 21 damage. He's gonna let out a little. Then we're gonna go into the rest of the battle turn, and it's gonna be the Derro's turn first, not the Derro Savant, but just the normal Derros. So what they're going to do is all three of them are going to mount the cave bears. Okay, so they're gonna climb right on top of the cave bears, and
What?
again, I'm not really sure if you all can understand them, but I'm just gonna explain it in a language you could understand anyways. They're gonna get on there and go,
Oh, fuck yeah, let's get 'em, boys, yeah, yeah, fuck 'em up.
You say they mount the cave bears?
yeah, mount.
Okay. Oh boy.
Get your head out of the gutter, Kratz.
No. I just meant that's scary. I'm
Oh.
scared of that.
Yeah, I thought you were saying they were fucking them.
No.
No. They're just mounting them.
No.
We're playing D&D here, not your weird little Pornhub.
Dude,
role-playing
you
game.
brought it. You said that.
You did this, not me. Up next is actually, ironically, Rostos. It is your turn again.
All right, I will finally take my vision sort of unblurs around the room, and I notice out of my peripheral little things hopping on top of giant polar bears, and I'm sitting there with my Flamenzunga, and I instantly drop it, pull out my shield, and I'll take the dodge action as I'm sitting in front of the dude.
Cool. Awesome. You'll take the dodge action, meaning I get disadvantage, correct?
Yeah.
Sweet. Up next is the Derro Savant once again.
An advantage on dex and shit.
Seeing you sort of do this more defensive move, he is going to cast invisibility on himself. And so he is going to... You watch him. You just see him, he just looks like he starts rubbing his chest a lot, maybe in the nipple area. And then as he rubs, you just see him, like, that part disappear. And then he just rubs his whole body and he just disappears. And you have to do that now. Okay. Up next, Dro.
Derro will kind of move 3 or 4 feet forward and get saddled up next to that pillar and stab 3 or 4, kneel down, stab 3 or 4 arrows into some soft dirt next to him, and just survey the battlefield, look for a target.
Yeah, those pillars aren't super big. They're only about like 3 feet tall or so, but you could definitely get down and use it as cover, should you be kneeling. And yeah, you get the lay of the land. You have 3 fucking cave bears, one of whom has Sprout an extra head at this point. And you see the Derro mounting them. They're climbing on top. And then you just lost sight of the Derro Savant that shot out that lightning bolt from before.
I'll use a bonus action hide, which I did last turn as well, but just to make sure.
I think you have an insanely high stealth check already. You can just hide right now.
Which bear is the mutated one?
This one right here, the top.
Then I will fire 2 at that bear, actually.
Cool. At the bear.
Correct.
Sweet.
18 to hit and 22 to hit.
Yep.
11 damage on the first one. And then Dread Ambusher on the second one. 19 total second one. So just
30 damage overall.
Yeah, with the Dread Ambusher.
Cool. One arrow hits sort of the jugular, kind of under on the lower side of the left head. The other one, however, as the other head, feeling pain from its own head, its other head, I suppose, turns towards where the arrow came from. You get the other one in the fucking eye. It fucks it up good. And the Derro on top, he's all angry now. He's throwing his hat on the ground. He's all pissed off.
I'll use the remainder of my movement, now being seen, to run to a different location a little bit farther away and end my turn.
Back right around here.
Yeah, more.
Cool. We'll go to Jim Jar, who Jim Jar is going to rush forward, and he's also going to see that you attacked that one. He's going to shoot it with a crossbow.
Good Jim Jar.
Huh?
Good Jim Jar.
Yeah, it's what he does, right?
You want to kill something.
Cool, he got a 14. He hits a 8. Again, he hits that same one, that same bear. That bear is looking wicked fucked up. It's still up barely. Oh, that seems really sad now that I make that noise. Nico, you're up.
All right, I will. That bear's looking pretty fucked up, the 2-headed one.
Mm.
Yep, and so I'll cast Blind Stuff. That's a con save.
Con save for the bear?
Yeah, on the bear.
Con save 13.
15 is to save.
Okay, Phil.
All right, so that bear is blind.
Blind. What does that look like? You want to describe that?
Kind of run up, since I think it's only verbal. So I run up and yell something that sounds like Draconic, but it's in Wanti, so it's a lot of hissing almost, and then you just see a fog kind of fall over its eyes, like its eyes become inky black, and just starts looking around.
Okay, so you its eyes are just completely gone. It's gonna groan out in frustration. These bears are not having a good day. Getting transformed, getting fucked up.
I feel bad now.
Yeah, well, you all are monsters.
True.
No.
Are we the monsters, or are the ones giving them second heads the monsters?
That is the question, isn't it? Who's the real monster?
No.
Is it me? It's not me. Cool. It is now Jin.
Alright, I will have Jin move 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Let's have Jin move over here. behind this pillar over here. And nothing is. I will hold my action to throw a dagger at anything that I can see that gets in range of me, which is 60 feet, because nothing is in range.
Okay, so if something appears, then you'll get
Yes.
to throw an action. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just remind me of that.
I'm particularly looking if the savant shows up, because I do not see him anymore.
Right. Yep. None of you have true sight or any shit like that, right?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
It is now the cave bear's turn, and I'm gonna. They are now mounted by the Derro, and so it's going to be the cave bears and then the Derro's turn immediately afterwards. So it's going to be sort of a double attack sort of situation right here.
That makes sense.
The one who is fucked up, he's gonna let his cave bear charge into Rostos, the one with the two heads, right here-ish. And then he's going to jump off the clearly dying bear. And that'll be his action, just kind of pausing right behind this section right here, kind of behind that pylon. And the cave bear is going to attack you, Rostos. He's going to use 2 attacks, a bite and a claw.
With disease.
With disease on both? Well, he just missed both of them anyways. So he's fucked, basically. That bear is fucking done for. The other one is going to charge forward. He's going to go, let's see, he's going to use his dash action to go forward right about here. You can use your attack now, Jin.
All right. That's a, what is it, plus 7? That's a 16 to hit.
Okay, are you attacking the,
The big target.
okay, you're attacking the bear. Cool. He's charging in with the Derro riding his back. You see the Derro holding a spear and a crossbow.
That's my damage.
And you're
Blind,
shooting
so
the,
then you get advantage.
Oh, yeah, I do.
You get advantage, he's blind.
cool.
Cool. It's still the same number, but I do get sneak attacks if you've got advantage.
All right.
That's 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 1 and
Math.
another 4. That should math. 4 is 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 4 plus 4 is 18 psychic damage.
18 psychic damage. Awesome. You throw a glowing red knife. They're red, right?
Yeah.
Glowing red psychic knife made of like silent. It's just Psylocke. You're just Psylocke.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And the color is like the phasers.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. You throw it right into the side of the bear. Kind of hits it around its shoulder, but it hurts pretty fucking good, and it lets out another. Y'all are just fucking these poor bears up. The Derro though is going to see you right then. He's going to attack you with his crossbow.
Derro riding bears shooting crossbows is pretty sweet.
Cool. He shoots you for 19.
19 hits.
4 damage. He hits you in your knee. It doesn't hurt very much. Actually, that would hurt very much. Your shin. How's your shin? Your shin can take a lot of damage, right? And your knee would fuck you up. What am I saying? My knees are terrible. Okay, those are 2 cave bears down. I got 1 more cave bear and Derro. Actually, they're gonna rush up. Rostos, I'm sorry, you're just right there, and you're the one who kind of rushed in. No hard feelings, buddy. And you're gonna have a cave bear attack you twice, and a Derro attack you once with a spear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And all with disadvantage.
Yes.
TJ, king of the dodge action, really rewriting the rules to D&D here.
No.
I just sent those twice, so if you all can just tell me what the results were there.
Claws hit, or claws 21 and 19. Bite 19 and 9.
Okay, so the spear hits you for 20 and 21. He's on his mark, despite you dodging, right? And the claws, looks like the claws will hit, but the bite didn't go through. So, bear reaches out. He slashes you once. He tries to bite you again. You manage to kind of put off the bite with your shield and push off his face. But then as you're doing that, the Derro sees an opportunity and sort of stabs you a little bit right in your side. So you're going to take a grand total of, 7. Oh my god. 0 damage from the short spear.
Excellent.
No, 2. I'm sorry, 2. Because he's so weak. Yeah, 2 damage. So you're going to take 9 damage.
So it's 5 then.
Yeah, if you reduce it down, 5. Yep, because you are still raging, so doing that. Cool, you're looking real fucking good. All right, Rostos, your turn again.
In front of these many bears.
Yeah, you're surrounded by 2 bears, one of which has 2 heads and is not looking good, and then one of them is looking fine and mounted by a Derro that's attacking you as well.
They're hitting pretty hard. I'll just keep standing in front. I'll just be screaming there, holding my shield up, sort of holding my hand up and jamming my shield up, just like yelling with the red of my eyes going back and like pushing against both of their muzzles, trying to get them to bite at me.
Okay.
As I'm dodging.
Okay, so you're going to continue dodging and trying to get their attention as well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind of like pissing them off and putting it right up in their face, and they're trying to bite at your shit, and they're going to continue focusing on you. But you are also expertly dodging them, having been trained in many gladiatorial arenas.
No, I'm pushing up against them like I push up against the tigers and umber hulks and in there, and sort of yelling, "You can't hit me," and just. Pushing up against him.
As you say, you can't hit me, the Derro Savant reappears as he starts to cast another crackling magic spell from his hands. And he says, well, you can't understand him, but so he's going to say it in some insane Derro language, which I think is actually a version of Dwarvish. So he's going to say, and he is going to cast, you can guess it, right?
Lightning bolt?
Oh, yeah, baby. And this one is going to hit both you and Dro.
Right, a 21 to save.
A ways back. So let's go ahead and go to lightning bolt jumping off right here.
Better dodge that, son.
I get advantage. 21 and...
All right, DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
21 with advantage.
That'll save.
24.
Both will save, so you're going to take 17, Dro. It still hits you a little bit. It's a massive fucking lightning bolt going across the arena. It goes behind you and hits this wall. And if there were to be a camera over by the 2 mushroom people, the Myconids, Rumpa-Dump and Stool, they'd be sort of whimpering, kind of scared over on the side as like rockets blast off in their direction. Does not hit them, but it gets fucking close for sure as they're right at that corner. And
17.
TJ, I believe you take 9 damage.
That's I'm having the 17.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. And then you're going to see him run away. About 30 feet right there. In that direction. It is now, Drew, your turn.
Catch his
Go up
ass.
to this familiar pylon, kneels beside it, pull out an arrow, and take aim at the bear that's assaulting the dodge tank.
The fucked up one?
Yes. 13 to hit.
Okay. You want to describe your kill?
Just recovering from a lightning bolt. This brought me down, going forward, kneeling, and as Rostos is pushing his shield into these things, just an arrow goes right over his shoulder and pierces the eye of the damaged one.
So that you pierce the other eye of the one that already has an arrow sticking out of it. So now it's just a 2-headed cave bear with one of the heads with 2 arrows sticking out of the eyes, and it just dies unceremoniously, bleeding out very quickly as you probably get into its brain area.
Use the rest of my movement to move up to this next pylon, and then I will bonus action kind of try to hug the wall and slide in behind it and take a new kneeling position and use the bonus action to hide. And then that's my turn.
At this moment, you're going to hear the Derro. You're just going to see them. They're going to get off the cave bears, and they're going to raise their hands very quickly, like in the air. The ones who are riding the bears. And they're actually, you can see they're very visibly worried the fact that you're killing their bears that they've been raising. And they're saying something to you in a Dwarvish language you can't really understand. Like, and then the other one is like, the one that lost his bear, he's pointing at you, or at all of you in your direction, and he's yelling something, and he's following the Derro Savant running out.
Do we get opportunity attacks on any of those, or?
You don't have an opportunity attack right now. We can stay in initiative order,
Okay.
But I just want to let you know they are essentially, you could surmise they are surrendering. The ones who are riding the cave bears, but the Savant and the other Derro who lost his bear are running out. Technically, it'd be Jimjar's turn. He's going to kind of look around and notice. He's not going to just wantonly kill somebody. So Jim Jar's gonna chill this turn. He'll hold an action. If they do anything crazy, he'll shoot. He'll take a turn right then.
He
We'll go
free
to
action
Nico.
yell at Jim
All
Jar.
right, I'm going, since it seems everyone's surrendering, I'm going to run forward 30 feet. And then, so I'll be in range now. I'll cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp on the Savant.
Cool. What does that look like? And what?
So I pull out that miniature hand I had made in Suluglap out of clay. And so I use that to kind of write a script into the air. And as that happens, I lift the hand up into the air, and the hand comes out of the ground and attempts to grab.
Sweet. Do I roll a save?
Yes, it's a... Let me see here.
Dex probably, right?
Strength saving throw.
Whoa, lucky you.
Yeah, he's tiny.
14?
14 fails.
Sweet. So
It grabs him, and he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Is he grappled?
But yes, he's restrained.
Restrained.
Yes.
Fucking sweet. All right.
Sick.
So he takes... not bad, 7 damage.
Okay. He comes up. He can't escape. He's not a strong dude. He's only like 3 feet tall, and you grapple him. Very good. Jin?
All right. Jin will come out from. I guess I can. Can I see the guy who's running away, who's now grasped?
Yeah, you have superior dark vision, right? Or you have dark vision?
I have regular dark
Yeah,
vision.
yeah. It's dim light around here, so you're good.
All right. I will attempt to establish my brain telecommunications with him. What is that called? Telepathy.
Yeah, okay. Is that a turn?
It's my action.
And then it just works?
Yep. Well, I gotta roll for it. Yeah, I can choose up to 4 creatures I can see, and I can talk to them in their heads.
Willingly or unwillingly?
Willingly or unwillingly.
So you can talk to them, but you can't read their thoughts or anything?
Nope.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We're just talking. I just have a telepathy.
But he could choose not to talk to you?
He could choose not to talk to me.
Okay, cool.
So it just
And
like
we can-
establishes
and
the
we can
link.
understand each other without understanding each common language.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, if you could just like fucking delve into someone's
just,
mind, I don't get to roll. It's like, god damn.
Yeah, just
Should have
cast,
had a ring of mind shielding, man.
Yeah, what's that spell?
Yeah.
What's that spell I used to
all
have?
my
It's
NPCs now have rings of mind shielding at all
Yeah,
times.
because I have free detect thoughts. Like, at will. Yeah, just I guess he's grasped. I'm just like, oh, what are you doing down here? I call off your bears.
He's not gonna say anything.
He probably recognizes you all. And he's just not going to say anything to you. But he is restrained. I feel like we can leave initiative if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah,
We have the main guy restrained. You have one fucking Derro who's 3 feet tall, who's free. I don't think that he's going to pose too much of a threat to you all. The other ones with the cave bears have surrendered, watching their friend be fucking quickly murdered by the ranger and the barbarian. So we're going to just leave combat right now. This Derro is also going to see that everything is fucked, and he's going to also raise his hands up in surrender.
All right.
Even
be
though
sure
the two
Home
bears
Slice
are going to
doesn't
get
leave.
the 2 bears are going to stand up on their hind legs, and they're also going to raise up their paws and go. Ooh.
And then just for semantics, at the end of each of his turns, as an action, he can try and break out. He has to beat my strength against my safety DC.
Sorry, I'm wondering if that's semantics. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he could potentially break out.
Yeah. I'm just being a dick about the definition.
Yeah,
of
that's fine.
It's cool. I'm sorry.
I want to run and grab him. I know
I'm
that.
sorry.
Much. But yes.
No, I think I'm more interested in just like letting. I like the cool idea of the rock hand fucking capturing right there. What level spell was that?
Second.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Yeah, he's right there. So yeah, you all see the scene as is. Cave bears raising their arms, Derro raising their arms, and the Derro Savant, he's squiggling, but he's not getting out of that fucking massive earth hand.
I put my shield away and pick up Flamen Thunge.
We've talked about this before, right?
Flamen.
Yeah.
Flamen.
100%.
Flounder thong.
Flamen Thunge. I go and I bend over, pick it up, and put it on my back and walk.
This is
Walk
the
up to the
second
guy.
time I've given him a sentient magic weapon that's like super cool. And you would expect some like reciprocal respect.
It's a lightsaber.
There's none.
It's a axe lightsaber.
Called it a sword last time.
Yeah, he did call it a sword.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, I take out my
Like, not
sword
my
or whatever.
sword.
It's like, it's just, I thought I'd give you something cool, but you know, it's fine.
It's a cool big axe.
Jesus, last time I give you anything neat at all.
sentient. It might turn against
Yeah, it's a
you.
wooden bat now. How do you like that?
I pick up
wooden bat with a
my
nail in
flaming
it.
wooden
With a magic
bat.
nail.
Yeah.
The single magic
The
nail.
nail's the sentient part of the bat.
Actually, that's cool as shit. Especially if it's like a 2x4.
Get me out of here!
And you're just telling it, like, if you help me, then I'll let you out eventually. And it's like, cool, bet. All right, yeah, you got Flamanzunga.
And I walk up and I make sure I'm sitting behind the dude, and I.
It's ad time! Subscribe to our Patreon. All your support helps. Buy sick merch at we'reatstudios.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, look at our Facebook and Twitch. Subscribe to our YouTube to see what we do behind the scenes.
We're at Studios es super cool!
Put my arms around also the earthen grasp because I don't trust magic that much. So I'm just putting my arms around him because he seems squirrely.
This is
to
a
also
5-foot
It's a
size-
giant
Oh,
hand
it's a
5-foot
made of
hand,
earth.
yeah.
So you go up and hug the clay hand.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work.
I start putting my arms around. I'm like, no, not big enough. And then I
Rostos also has really bad depth perception apparently. What is he when he's raging?
it's because I was raging. So
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
it's sort of milky and cloudy. And then I start coming to him like, oh no, that's
Although,
way too big.
I think that is exactly why bulls get pissed off when they wave. When you wave like cloth at them, it's not the color because they're colorblind. It is just like the movement of it. So yeah, you probably do have shit
Yeah,
eyesight.
any nearby movement rattles the peanuts in their brain.
Yeah.
And
The bovine
they start
nature of their
going.
brain.
So I pull out my hand axe and I just.
No, it's
I,
a hand axe. No, it's not even a.
I have a bunch of hand axes.
Oh, okay.
I have 3. I pull
Got a
out
bunch
one.
of them.
They all burst into flames and they all are sentient.
Yes, Flamanzunga had babies.
I
when
pull
you
them
weren't
out
looking.
and start juggling. No, I don't. I just hold it up right next to his neck.
Okay.
As Rostos approaches, the savant Derro will go to the Derro. Okay, put the bears back in their cage.
As you all are, as they're nodding in agreement because they don't want to see their bears. They've been taken care of. They're putting them back in the cage. In defeat, if they had tails, the bears do have tails. Their tails are between their legs. I guess bears' tails aren't that long. These bears have wicked long tails.
Weird.
And they're between their legs.
And they're cave bears.
And the
of course.
the Derro, they just they're gonna look at you all and just kind of nod, and they're gonna lock themselves in the cages as well, just assuming that's what you all want.
Oh, they
them
did
to
all the
do.
work for us. Perfect.
And around this time, Stool and Rumpadump are going to come up with Jim Jar, and you hear the squeaking of when Stool walks. Remember, it just sounds like a dog toy being squeaked. And he's gonna let out a big old burst of rapport spores, so you all
nice.
can understand what these fucking Derro are saying now.
After Stool does that, because I don't need my thing anymore, Jin just kind of sits down for a second, and you see her just concentrate, and maybe the phasers kind of gathers around her, really creepily, like for a second, and she just opens her eyes and just stands back up, and I've used my psychic replenishment to re-get my psychic die back up because it went down to 0.
Cool. I like how you begin your narrative in the voice of
And then
Jin,
I
and then it
shout.
slowly
Yeah, and
goes
then
into your
slowly
American
devolves.
accent. Like, I guess that works. Also, it reminds me, shit, I forgot to do wild magic for you, Jesse. You lucky fucker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you navigated the wild magic well. Can you imagine if I made you roll, and then if you got a 1 there, we have to redo the whole fucking battle?
That'd be great.
That'd be great DMing, wouldn't it?
Then just fireball the whole party and we're all dead.
Yeah, so you have a Derro who is just kind of standing there. He's not happy, but you can tell he's kind of a lower underling of the Derro Savant who you all captured, and you now can understand what he's saying. Although he's not saying shit to you right now.
Hey, tell us some shit.
I ain't telling you shit.
Damn it.
Wait, sorry, he's a Derro.
I ain't telling you shit.
You don't need to tell us anything because
Good, because I'm not going
we've
to.
already found your guilt in all of this. I'm going to report you to the city and I'm going to kill you right now. I'll press my hand against his forehead and start casting Ray of Sickness.
Whoa, sick. All right, cool. Do I have to make a? I don't think can I save it? What do you? Yeah, kill him. What do you do? Kill him.
I just put my hand and I cast Ray of Sickness.
All right,
in
he
his
just
skull.
starts. You do that, and his head starts moving around. His eyes get really, really big out of his head, and his nose just starts bleeding. He starts vomiting so much, and his intestines start coming out of his mouth, and then his eyes pop open, really like just pop, and there's just eye goo everywhere, and the intestines start coming out of his eye also. And he's just.
look at that like, oh my god.
And there's just more intestine than there should be
Mortal
from
Kombat levels of intestine.
from a person this side coming out of his face. And it just keeps coming for a while. A good like 30, 45 seconds of just intestines flying out of his eye sockets, his nose, his mouth.
I kind of have the hand open up the rest of his body, but keep the top so like all the gore doesn't get down. And then I'll rummage through his pockets because he probably has magic things on him.
That's necrotic energy too, right? Mm-hmm. I smell it and I'm like, the only thing that can damage me.
Yeah.
I look out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, good to know.
Fuck.
Yeah, he does have some really obscure shit. And you see like a spell. What are they called? Like the pouches of spell shit.
Components.
There we go.
Pouch.
Yeah. A component pouch. One of those. So Jesse, if you haven't had one before, you have one of those. Some wadded up pieces of paper. Bugs just kind of crawl out of his pocket as well. And cool. Yeah, on those pieces of paper, you can see that there are some written things as well.
Since Home Slice is dead, I'm gonna start casting Speak with Animals.
I was gonna say, as this was happening, could Derro be going to check out the mutated dead bear?
Yeah.
And kind of check out the mutation and the injection site and kind of just give it a once over and check out how fucking weird it is.
For sure. When you say cast Speak with Animals, Rostos, you're a barbarian. I'm just curious what that...
As part of my barbarian totem, I can ritual cast Speak with Animals and consent.
Okay, what does that look like? I'm just curious.
I think I lock eyes with a polar bear. It looks me right in the eye.
By the way, they're cave bears, but TJ just...
with this bear, and I start going, what's going on in there? And I start, I sit down on the ground, and I start slowly scooching up with my hands.
Yeah, like you sit Indian style, like 10 feet away. You hear the Derro say,
"What the fuck is this guy doing?"
So you're scooting up like a kindergartner trying to say hi to a new friend.
Mm-hmm. And then I look at the other bear, because I can speak to, comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. I look at him and imagine he locks eyes with me too, or she. And I'm like, and I just sit there sort of putting my hands on my knees, looking at them and just sort of shaking my head in agreement, going, yes. And looking into their eyes. And I imagine it's sort of, in my eyes, it's sort of like corkscrews going.
Yeah, it's just the hypnotic, like classic, like 50s hypnosis thing going on in
and I'm going to do that for 10 minutes.
Jeez, okay. I was going to jump right to that, but holy shit. I forgot ritual casting does take 10 minutes. The whole time you're going to hear the Derro,
"What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What's this little creep doing?"
But you're just ignoring it as you do your hypnosis eyes. We'll come back to you. We're going to go over to Derro, who's investigating the two-headed one. Derro, what are you looking for? And we'll go from there. And if you all want to join him in this, you seem busy making viscera fly out.
Yeah, I'd probably like have the hand toss the corpse over to the bears to eat, and look through. Basically, be looking through any notes of notes that they made.
Yeah, we'll get to those notes
Yeah,
in a little bit.
I
I'll tell you
understand.
right away, the notes you're not going to be able to read. They're in a dwarvish language that you all can't read, unless you have comprehend languages, which I don't think you do.
I do not.
Okay.
Jen's
Then
gonna
you
be
can't read.
checking out that tent thing and looking for stuff to steal.
Okay, looking for stuff to steal. Let's go back to Derro. Derro, what are you looking for there? I'm sorry.
Kneeling down and looking at the growth site from the neck to see the second head where it started. And I was in there when the savant injected it, so probably looking at the injection site too. And
Right.
if that needle is lying around on the ground anywhere.
You can roll one of three things. Either Arcana, Survival, or Medicine. I imagine you're going to do Survival.
That is correct.
Cool.
Go for
it.
Arcana.
Critical.
Oh, crit 20?
Miss.
Oh. You know what you realize? You're inspecting it. You kind of stick your knife in several spots, and you're looking for familiar things. You're like, wait a second. This thing has two heads.
I kind of look up from a kneeling position to everyone else. This thing has two heads.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is that you suffer from grackle lung right now. Otherwise, you would have advantage on that, being in the Underdark. So that is a bummer. Yeah, let's go over to Jin. You are inspecting the tent over there.
Yes, the tent next to the fire.
Right. So you go into the tent, and you can see that there are 3 different mats where you could see the Derro would have been sleeping before, but not for the Derro Savant, so he was not staying there. You can see that there are latrines, but the latrines are also next to the water jug, and you can see that they were constantly mixing them up, and that there didn't seem to be any sort of rhyme or reason of what they were pissing or shitting into or what they were drinking from. But then far in the back, you find a chest.
I will go to the chest because Jin thinks the latrines and the water jugs are obviously disgusting.
Sure, it smells like, you know what it smells like?
Like your
Juice.
Crap and shit.
Does it smell like a really bad outhouse, like a public one?
You ever been to a Cubs game?
Uh-huh.
It smells like that.
Oh, gross.
It smells like there's poop and pee in there.
Poo poo and pee pee.
Poo poo pee pee time. I'll go to the chest and does it look ornate at all? Or?
No, God no. It is carved out of zirkwood and kind of quickly made, and it has a latch on it, but the latch is when if you were put on lock on the outside before you put it through the actual latch, so you could just open it up, but there's a latch on there, a lock that's just not used properly.
Jen will do a quick, just look at it for a second and shake her head and just do a quick run through of with her fingers underneath the. Or actually, I'll use a metal rod. Just make sure there's no string trap on there. Not just doesn't believe that the Derro could actually do this, but just wants to make sure and then pop it open.
You find a string actually, and the string you follow the string, and it goes to a crossbow that is loaded right at your head, but there's no crossbow bolt in it.
Oh my god.
Lucky.
Just look over and shake my head again, and just I'll actually disable it, but
no problem. Yeah. You as you're disabling, you realize it was never going to work to begin with.
Just pop open the chest.
Yep. In the chest is a. How do I describe this? I want to say beef jerky. It is a hand.
Ration.
It is a hand, but it looks like beef jerky, almost like like a shrunken head. I know Kansas City, you all love shrunken heads, but like.
Oh yeah. It's our favorite thing to eat.
KC barbecue, baby Gates. No, it is a hand that is older and is just a normal, smaller hand. Although you're a wood elf and you're a tall wood elf, so it's small to you. Looks about like Derro's size, but you couldn't tell. It's too old and too wrinkled and fucked up to really tell what ancestry it would belong to. And that's it.
Keep that.
Jen will just stare at it for a second and then just walk out of the tent.
All right, and as you walk out of the tent, it's shot time, baby. Let's do some shots.
Can I do one?
Nope.
Did someone pour him one?
He stole the vodka and poured his own.
Cheers.
That's fucked up, way. All right, cheers.
Cheers, O's. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Spit on my sheet.
It's good stuff.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's not. I almost said it's not good, but that was gonna be a lie. It's not bad.
I don't know.
Gin.
It's like gas.
As you. Yeah, with the taste of gasoline on your breath. No, you are walking out of the tent. You hear, wait.
It's back now.
Coming from the direction of the chest.
Jen just stares for a second.
Don't leave me.
All right, and just turns back around. Looks at the rotted, weird, gnarled hand in the chest.
Yeah, you go back and look at the rotted hand, and you can tell that a voice is emanating from there. Just sort of a gray, ethereal sort of smoke arising from it. It says, I'm a spooky ghost.
Oh, come on.
All right, cut it out. You're being a little loud and dramatic. What are you really?
I'm not that spooky, am I?
No, it's your hand. I think I'm talking to a hand right now.
I was once a respected Sverfnebelin.
Yeah. Did you see a Droki come by here?
I haven't seen anything for years.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna just pick up the box.
Take me with you.
I'm going to pick up the box and just bring it out.
Just put
underneath
me in your pocket.
No, I don't trust you. You're a talking hand. You're talking into my brain.
I told you I'm a spooky ghoul.
Yes. You need to be freed from the mortal coil, or...
Take me to my home.
Oh, they've got lots of things I've already got to do.
Please.
Oh, god damn it.
I beg of you.
Just take the
I'll
hand.
make it worth your while.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you in my pocket now. Just hushed up now.
Okay, here I go into your pocket.
Don't really have a pocket. I'm really just putting you in my backpack.
I'm a spooky ghoul.
Yeah. We'll just walk outside the tent.
Do you want to know where I live?
Yeah, you're going to tell me anyway. I can't shut you up, so.
No, you cannot. I live in Blundenstone.
Oh, that's very, I kind of know where that is.
No, you don't.
No, I have no idea where that is, but I'm pretty sure my friend Jim Jar does.
Who is Jim Jar?
He's a thing that you are, like a tiny person, gnome thing, and...
Can you take me out of your pocket when we have a too long conversation?
Oh my god, shut up. And I will put my backpack down and take him out and just stare at this hand in my hand.
Do you want to know my spooky name?
Oh, what is your name?
Pellic.
That's it.
Pellic.
You don't have a last name.
Pellic.
Alright, Pellic, this is Jin. Jin is me.
Nice to meet you, Jin.
So you're Pellic from Blingdenstone?
Yes, but now I'm a spooky
So stop saying that, you're not the spooky.
I wish I was spooky.
Why are you here in this camp?
I was murdered.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Back to my grave.
And what will you give me for doing this?
You can have whatever you find in my coffin.
This sounds like it's going to be very thankless work. I'm used to getting paid.
Maybe so. You can have whatever you find there.
Can you keep it down in the meantime? We're kind of on the trail of somebody and I need to be sneaky.
I will try.
Just don't say anything.
Not saying anything else.
Alright, Pellic, you're going back in the bag. Is that okay?
Spooky ghoul.
You're so spooky, Pellic. I'm going to put you in the bag if you be quiet.
Into the bag.
This Pellic, you're the spookiest thing I've ever met in my life. It's not like I'm going insane from seeing crazy shit all the time anyway. It's probably just in my head.
All right, you put Pellic into the bag, the hand of Pellic into your bag, and you head outside. We can hop over to Rostos, who has been staring at cave bears for 10 minutes with the hypnosis eyes going into them. And what was that you wanted to tell me earlier, TJ?
Well, do you need me to tell you how Speak with Animals works?
You want to tell me how the spell that's called Speak with Animals works?
Just in case you need to know.
Can you speak with the animals?
Well, I can also understand them.
I literally felt my adrenaline glands push out some adrenaline. They're just out of fucking anger. What? Yeah. What? What do you? Oh my god. Yeah. What do you want to say?
Well,
Did you really think you need?
I'm looking at them, and I imagine my eyes stop swirling, and I'm like, hello, bears.
Hello.
Or have they treated you wrongly here?
It hasn't been so bad.
Are they friends of yours, or
They give me salmon.
do they make you work here?
No,
Do they treat you nice?
they give me salmon.
What about your friend?
He grew another head.
Well, certainly,
That was kind of a new thing. Then you killed him.
what has gone on in the past day here that,
They gave me salmon.
Do you want me to explain how the spell works just a tiny bit, or?
What else do you have to? You can speak to animals, right?
What have you
perceived in the past day here?
Oh, I've been sitting in this cage and they gave me a bunch of salmon.
And you saw nothing else except that?
Well, they were running things around and doing stuff and doing some, I don't know, chanting around those circles over there. And, I don't know, doing some weird things that I don't really understand. I'm a bear. I'm a sad bear.
Have they killed any of your any other friends of yours, or brothers or sisters?
No, just the one you killed. You killed them.
But have they morphed them as well, or just your one friend?
That was the first time I saw something like that. Seems like something they only recently kind of got the hang of. But that's sort of a large mental leap for me to make because I'm a bear.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm just a minotaur.
Yeah, but I mean, you can talk. I'm just a bear.
Sure, don't put yourself down like that.
It's hard
You're
not
more
to.
than just that.
It's hard not to.
Oh no, you look proud. I've seen great bears do many great things.
Really? Like what?
Oh, in the pits, they were championed.
Yeah?
Treated like kings.
What's a pit?
Well,
What's a king?
a king is like how they give you salmon. Why, a king is just given so much salmon, he eats until his belly's full.
But
He
his
throws
belly's
stuff.
full.
Oh yes, but it doesn't matter. They shower him in
I
salmon.
want to be a king.
And guess what else a king can do?
What?
He's not kept in a cage. Ever.
You get salmon and you're not kept in a cage?
No.
I want to be a king. How do I become a king?
Why, you take your freedom, which is what we're on our way to do, for we were kept in cages ourselves.
You're going to become kings to eat all the salmon.
Yes.
Well, I want to be a king.
Well, perhaps you can help us. Do you remember these tunnels at all?
Do I remember the tunnels?
Where we are, where we find ourselves, for we have been trapped here as if a cage of our own, and we're trying to find our way out of here.
I can try, I guess. I am a bear. I'm a cave bear.
Well, what we have amongst us, we don't have much. We don't have salmon on us yet, but I can promise you, any salmon we find, I'll make sure you get freely.
Alright, do you have a really convenient way of catching fish, maybe, that you didn't just give away on a whim one time?
Boy. See, my hands are sort of tied up with
Obscure
that at the
reference there
moment.
for the audience. They did have a fishing lure that could go catch fish on its own, although albeit only tiny fish, but nonetheless, it was an
Yeah,
obscure reference.
I had a thing. I could catch salmon whenever I wanted, but an evil man took it from me. I'm trying to get that back, so it's part of the equation.
Well, if it gets you salmon, I could help out with that, I guess.
Boy, what's your name? Did they give you one?
Carlos.
Well, Carlos, I'm Rastos.
Our names, they're similar.
Yes, they are. These are my friends, the ones you see.
And I sort of hold my hand and I point to everyone. And I'm like,
Hey, everybody, wave. This is Carlos.
Rastos, what the fuck are you doing?
What?
Scan over to Derro, who's looking at. This thing has two heads, just like the stone giant had two heads.
Listen, this guy wants to be free, and I think we should bring him with us.
So you're talking to a bear, you're yelling about how this has two hands, and he's talking to a hand, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Mm-hmm. This is D&D, baby.
I look at the other bear. I'm like,
Hey, you've listened in on this conversation. What are your thoughts? Every king needs a friend.
The other bird's be like, hey, are you on your way out of here? Hey, don't mind if I do. Hey, we're in for some good times. I'm just trying to have a good one, yeah.
Oh, what do they call you? I like you.
My name is Zachariah.
Zachariah. Oh my God, yes. We have room for you.
No way. Zachariah's a one-man bear. I just hang out by myself with my Derro. I'm good on my own. Thank you.
So you don't want to come with
Nope,
us?
I'm good.
He's putting his tongue out, looking all weird.
Oh, we are on our way out of here. I don't know if you're... Listen, man. We know some shit. And some shit's gonna go down, man. I don't know how well off your Derro friend's gonna be. Not from us, but like shit's going down here.
Hey, man. I ride or die with Gavin, all right? Gavin's my boy, right?
I respect that.
Right.
Okay, well, good luck.
Hey, good luck, too. Thanks for not killing us. Yeah.
He holds up his paws and kind of splits them apart and puts his tongue in between them.
And Rastos has no idea what that means, so he does it back to him in a sign of
Hey,
like
I like you.
agreeance.
Yeah. Good luck.
Carlos, I'm gonna open this cage. How about you come meet the group and you,
All right.
you come with us.
All right.
Rastos goes over, starts unlatching the cage. I still have to speak with animals for another. It lasts for 10 minutes, so however long that
The
is.
Derro's just gonna back off. He's noticing that you've been making the connection with the bear that he could never make, so he's gonna just back off, not really care too much. And you let the cave bear out, and I'm just gonna add a cave bear to your party too. I'm gonna give you control of that one, TJ.
Before it breaks, I'm like, hey,
In the meantime, you like mushrooms, Carlos, or...
I like salmon.
All right, do they have salmon in like some barrel around here? Because I'll strap it to my back.
No.
When?
You promised me some, though.
Yes.
I'm gonna remember that forever.
As soon as I find it, it's yours, Carlos.
I hope that's real soon.
I don't think so, my
I'm
friend.
real strong.
So am I. Where did they keep the fish they were feeding you today?
No, they don't feed it all the time. It's only when I'm lucky. It's kind of a delicacy, but you promised you would give me all of it.
Well, you said you got fish today.
Yeah, and I ate it all. You think I'm just gonna hang out? You think I have any sort of, like, physical restraint against my big old belly?
Oh, okay, so they're all out of salmon here.
I ate it all.
Okay, well, let's go.
What do you do when you get salmon? You don't eat it all?
No, I hold on to it, but I try to portion control.
That's crazy.
I know. I'll teach you. It's a cool thing. Don't
It
worry.
doesn't seem cool. I just eat all the salmon.
Yes, you will. You will, my friend.
and I'll pat his head if he lets me. I'll hold my hand out like
Totally.
to a cat.
Yep.
And then I'll walk over and be like, yeah, so we have Carlos now, everybody.
Yep.
What has Gavin been up to this time? There's one Derro still just normal Derro walking around, right?
The one holding his hands up? Well, Gavin was the one who was locked up with the other cave bear, the other cave bear trader. The Derro who's standing in the middle watched the fucking necromancer walk up, and there's a word for that. I wish I knew what it was, where like viscera comes out of your mouth. There's a fucking word for that. I'm sure it was invented by the Catholics, but like that happened to him, and that's enough for. He's just been sitting there with his hands up, trembling the whole time, just watching everyone walk around. But you can go interact with him if you so desire.
It's not disemboweling someone?
Disembowel is when you cut
I'll
open in
join
the
you and talk to
stomach.
the other one.
I'm talking about like in Metalocalypse when that happens to that one priest. There's a word for that shit. But disembowel is when you cut someone open and their bowels like spill out of them, like from their body.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to do some research on that one.
Did any of you figure out where Droki went yet?
Droki went back the way we came.
Why are we here?
Because Rastos Targul wanted to make himself known.
I found a hand that talks to me.
I found a bear.
This thing has two heads.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know why that's happening here.
What are we doing with those two? Pointing to the surviving Derro.
Well, let's talk to this idiot who's still standing out here.
All right.
He's holding his hands up, just.
All right. So when did you start casting these spells to make things have two heads? Language, please.
Talk.
I can't cast spells.
The magic circles. When were they drawn
I
here?
didn't do that.
When they start? When did this start?
Maybe I don't know. I'm not much of a time guy. I was hired. It was here when I got here.
You're lying to me. You just changed your mind.
I'm not lying to you.
Do you want to be killed like the other one.
I'm trying not to have my small and large intestines and duodenum and every other part of my digestive system fly out of my mouth that you just saw to my boss, like that you just did to my boss.
A lot of big words. A lot of big words for a man that can't cast spells.
Do I look like somebody who can cast spells? If I were to cast spells, I would have tried to cast them on you earlier.
To be fair, technically, our bovine friend here just cast a spell, so yes, I think anyone can at this point.
I think that was more of a ritual sort of like meditation in for my amateur opinion, if I had to say.
I'll point to the sticky spot
This
of
guy
blood that used
knows
to be
way
the
more than
savant.
he's letting on.
What was his name? He was on the council. What was his name?
Yeah, that was Inca.
Inca. Did the council know he was down here doing this, or is he something else?
I mean, the council kind of is doing all this.
Okay.
That is exactly what we need to know.
Alright, well, I'm not just gonna start betraying my kind. Oh yeah, just wantonly just fucking telling you all whatever I want to know, whatever you want to know.
Well, look at it this way. You're not betraying your own kind, because if you were betraying your own kind, you'd allow this to continue, and they'll destroy your whole city will be destroyed.
And that would be great. Do you know how bad it is for Derro down here? Have you been through our ghetto?
Why don't you just leave then? If that's a problem, like if you're...
Yeah, let's just run out as a bunch of 3-foot-tall little weirdos running around the Underdark. And let's just walk up and just wave our arms for purple worms to come eat us. Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
So you're just gonna wait in town for the Demigorgon to kill you then instead?
What did you say?
You're just going to wait in town for a Demigorgon to kill you instead.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. We want him to come.